It's Wednesday and Eagles fans might still be in denial, but trust me, Carson Wentz really isn't coming back. Greg, just in case you can't tell by the massive amount of white stuff here behind me, this is not Arizona. So here's your crazy rumor of the day. Tony Romo to the Eagles. Greg, I gotta say I'm a little overdressed here. I'm wearing a full suit. Didn't realize I was going to a tailgate. When you're out there shooting those games in the cold and your fingertips are going numb.
Hit. McSorley drops back. He's got Juwan Johnson. Careful. Let's go.
Man, it's not a bad assignment. One of my favorites of the year. And there really is a different atmosphere this spring here at Penn State. Your Heisman candidate coming in this year. Have we seen the best of Saquon Barkley? But here's my issue. Alabama over Ohio State. Once again, the committee treats the Big Ten like dirt. Penn State fans, I will eat your collective pain with this Stromboli. Bob Flounders, wish me luck. You got this, come on, you got it. Woo! There it is. Win a ticket right there. I figured I'd bring in a Celtics fan I know very well, my dad, John Welter, gracious enough to take some time away from the lake in New Hampshire. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Happy Father's Day.
Let's go to the 9th inning, tied at 4 with the Phillies, and let's flash back to April 16th. Harper walks it off. So, what do you think? Worth the money? Let's go back to the future. I think so. How much is a touchdown worth? 6 points, right? Well, for Tommy Kirchhoff, it's worth a whole lot more than that.
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
I can see people, like my family up there, my dad's parents, my dad's sisters, looking down, cheering me on. It reminds me of maybe what he went through with them.
Kirchhoff, right side, rolling. He'll step up. He's going to air it downfield, look in the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown, Trinity.
Tommy is Trinity High School's quarterback. He wears number 14, just like his father.
It means a lot. It's an honor for me. Growing up, I always wanted that number. Sometimes the older kid had it and I couldn't have it, but I'd always ask him if I could have it.
Tom Kirchhoff led Cedar Cliff to a state finals appearance in 1988. He later went on to start Lafayette College and even had a brief career with the Eagles.
I think that also influenced me to love football as much as I did. Growing up, playing all the time, and he never forced us to do it.
Everything changed in 2010.
They called my brother and I down, and they were crying. We talked for 2 hours about what the disease was, because I never heard of it at the time.
Tom was diagnosed with ALS. He'd lose the ability to walk, speak, swallow, and breathe.
But then going from playing football every day in the backyard and the living room to him not being able to throw, it was tough.
You're essentially trying to help somebody through the dying process while still living.
6 months later, Tommy's mom, Stacy, found out she had stage 3 skin cancer.
You know, you're trying to deal with your own health, your husband's health, your children, their mental health, which is the ultimate, most important thing.
Stacy was able to win her battle. Unfortunately, ALS is a fight that can't be won.
I didn't realize how hard it was going to be when he actually did pass.
March 10th, 2015.
It was tough. You just see his breathing machine going, but he's not breathing. Take off the breathing machine, he's like shaking, and then all of a sudden he stopped shaking, and that was tough to look at.
He's quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to today.
He's quicker than he looks.
Meet Cedar Cliff quarterback Bobby Whalen.
He might be closer than some people that I'm blood related to, so it was really hard. I spent a lot of time at their house.
Bobby's dad played football with Tom at Cedar Cliff. After everything the family had been through, he wanted to help.
And it was just for myself. I was just going to do it by myself, and then I thought about it, and I was like, me and Tommy are both quarterbacks. We're both 14, and it's for his dad, so I definitely want him to be a part of it.
And he said, I want to do something where people can donate money, flat donations, donate for every touchdown we score.
and We Will Win for ALS was born. With every touchdown Tommy or Bobby score, a donation is made to Project ALS, a nonprofit organization.
Our goal originally was $50,000, and in the first 2 weeks, we instantly raised it to $100,000.
And they're almost there. Pledges on the website are up to $2,000 per touchdown. That's a pace of $75,000 by season's end.
Their father has to be beaming from heaven.
So what's a touchdown really worth? Everything.
Every time I throw a touchdown, I think of him. Every time I throw a pass and it goes for a long game, I think of what he did and how he raised me to be.
So you think about how far ALS awareness has come. You remember the Ice Bucket Challenge a couple years ago to We Will Win for ALS. So Tommy and Bobby really making a difference. If you want to pledge for their cause, you can go to projectals.org.
And their tour.
So I think we've all been wondering, what is wrong with the Pittsburgh Steelers? On paper, they have tons of talent. So where is it? Steelers, Bengals. It takes a rivalry game to bring out the best. First quarter, Ben Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. And Pittsburgh has a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, tie game. Roethlisberger as sharp as he's been all season. Juju Smith-Schuster scores and plays a little game of hide-and-go-seek. Where are the Steelers? I think we found them. Steelers win 29-14. Ravens, Minnesota. The battle for purple. Who wore it better? Third quarter, Latavius Murray says, man, Prince is from Minneapolis. This isn't even a question. 19-6 Vikings. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco drowning in the purple rain. Everson Griffin with the strip. And yeah, he wore it best. Baltimore falls 24-16.
Penn State on a whiteout night in front of a record crowd pays back Michigan, but does a lot more.
110,823 people at Beaver Stadium to witness Penn State's 42-13 dominant win over number 19 Michigan. A statement to the college football world. Penn State is a national title contender. A night when everything went right except one little thing.
I would have liked to see a higher percentage of white pants. There was a lot more white pants this year than the year before. I would have liked to see a higher percentage of truly white pants.
Okay, make sure I got this. More white pants. Got it. Anything else, James? What about the big game next week?
I don't know whose phone this is. What time is it? So it's 23. So we got 37 minutes to enjoy this win. I'm not talking about the next opponent.
Okay, we don't have to talk about Ohio State, but it's not 11:23 anymore. What time is it now? It's time to admit Penn State is on the same level as Alabama. Penn State has covered 14 of their last 17 games since losing to Michigan last season. You say, Pat, that's just Vegas nonsense. No, that's perception. The country won't admit Penn State is good. They're a 7-point underdog this week. The players and coaches want to say this is a new year and a new team. But it isn't, and that's the best part. Penn State's experience makes them great. They've already proven they can win big games. This year, they just have added depth. Beating Ohio State started this whole thing. If they can do it again, they won't deserve, they'll command respect. So about that perception, Penn State holding strong at number 2 in the latest AP poll. Georgia 3, TCU 4, and Wisconsin rounds out the top 5. Not shown, number 6 Ohio State. The game of the year at Columbus next Saturday. OSU favored, take the points. Hershey Bears at the Rockford Ice Hogs. The growing pains continue. This thing was sloppy. Ice Hogs win 5-0. Bears off to a 1-5 start. NASCAR elimination race at Kansas. Kyle Larson, third place entering the day. Engine troubles knocked him out of the chase. Then a huge wreck in the final stage knocks out several other drivers, but not Martin Truex Jr. His magical year continues. He gets the win. Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson also into the round of 8. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott's all competing for the crown. When I say the high school football season is heating up, I'm not being cliche. It's 70 degrees in October. Here's the ABC 27 Top 7. Somebody turn on the AC. Get amped, get in line, get ready. These are the top plays of the week. At number 7, after every touchdown Bobby Whalen scores for Cedar Cliff, almost $2,000 are donated to Project ALS. Pledge to We Will Win for ALS at projectals.org. Number 6, all 3 phases represented in top plays this week. This is special teams. Conestoga Valley's Jose Bourbon slips a defender, outruns another for the touchdown. Number 5, how about them Cougars? How about Micah Parsons? Words just can't describe anymore. 5 total touchdowns, offense, defense, special teams, doing it all in a 51-28 win over State College. Number 4, here's a running back you don't know but should. Steel High's Dupree Andrews. We're the best in District 3. He has the Rollers rolling at 7-1. Number 3, more running back love. East Penn's Onassis Neely. 200 yards rushing versus Palmyra. He goes over 5,000 for his career. Incredible. Panthers win big. Number 2, finally a quarterback. Manheim Central's Evan Simon had it working Friday. His favorite target, Jake Novak. Central crushes Cedar Crest. And finally, at number 1, hurdle a defender, you're getting on TV, even if it's illegal in high school. Cumberland Valley's Cole McCoy does his Saquon Barkley Heisman. Cole McCoy, you have our top play of the week. So just 2 games left in the high school football regular season, but of course the playoffs take us all the way into December. Hoping we can still have 70 degrees by then.
I'm not with you there. I don't think Kellyanne is either.
Guy can hope, right?
Not. There you go.